Alright guys, I decided to do a little bit of a how-to video today. Working on my push mower here, and see, it's got a little crack there in the gas cap, so I forgot to put it up the other night and it rained and water got in the gas, and I need a new air filter for this thing. So you can see it gets very dirty because when we did cut the grass it was very dusty outside, so all that dust just went through that crappy ass air filter. It's about deteriorated and skunked up the carburetor. With these Briggs and Stratton engines, this one here is a 4 horsepower, and this is a very common setup for a lot of these lawnmowers here. A lot of Briggs and Stratton motors have this, tank on top of the carb setup, but it's really simple to remove. On the front here, you can see there's a bolt hole there and a bolt that holds it there. And obviously you're going to take your air cleaner off. Just takes a flat blade, take that off. And then there's a 1/2 inch head bolt right there that goes through right there. And then there's a bushing like this here that fits in between the engine block and that. So once you take that off, you'll still have your little metal piece that hooks to your governor. And all you got to do is just take and kind of maneuver the carburetor around to get that off. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws that's got to come out of there. So let's do that. We'll take that off real quick. Okay, now we've got the carburetor removed. And right here, usually there's a screen on there. The one that I was on there was completely corroded and just falling apart, so I just took it off. And you can see there's a little spring there, and all the screws are falling out now. But right here is the main pickup tube for the gas. You want to check that to make sure it's not dirty and full of crap. I always like to take an air nozzle and blow through it. You don't want to put full pressure on it, because I did make that mistake one time when I put the air nozzle on one of these holes here in the carburetor, and I blew the primer bulb right up. And you can see the primer is good on this one. But that's another thing that goes bad on these things, the damn primer bulbs. They get dry rotted and they fall apart. So I always check that for dry rotting and leaks. If that's dry rotted in any way, it's sucking air from outside and it's not pushing the fuel in like it should. So what we're going to do is just clean this thing up real good. And you can tell there's water in the tank there. It's just kind of, you can tell it's different in gas. It's bubbly and real lightweight. So I'm going to take my blow nozzle and clean this tank all out. Clean carburetor inside and out, and put it back together.